artificial intelligence. It has basically two parts of it. So it's an artificial intelligence that will have conversations or communications with all your leads, whether it's coming from Zillow, and we'll get into that, Zillow, Realtor.com, your yard sign, Trulio, no matter what lead source that your leads are coming from, Hello Alex will communicate automatically so you don't have to, okay? That's the first part. Now, what's that? Well, Zapier actually will connect, like, I'm glad you asked that question, Joseph, that Zapier is more like a connection, integration technology platform. So like, for instance, when we're talking about CRMs, a lot of CRMs will use Zapier to connect with us, and we're fine. Yeah, it's kind of a bridge of technology for whatever you want to use. Okay. What's that? Okay, no, that's fine. But then on the back end, that's like more important. What you're saying is Hello Alex basically has like a follow-up campaigns. So whether you want to keep in touch with your contacts on like an online or offline approach, Hello Alex is designed to reach out to all your past contacts, your new contacts, what have you, okay, on an online or offline way. So what that means is whether you want to send a ringless voicemail, you want to do a text message, you want to do postcards, you want to do a personal letter, or if you even want to do like your own newsletter, Hello Alex will do all that automatically for you. We even have it all written out for you. All you have to do is edit, put whatever edits you want. But, oh yeah, I mean, you guys, when you see how this moves forward for you with the agency, it's basically the most technologically advanced artificial intelligence you will ever see right now, hands down. And you don't even have to take my word for it. I mean, I don't know if are you guys familiar with Inman Group? Okay, Inman Group. Yeah, Inman Group's a big association, and they already nominated us for the most innovative software and technology for this year. So you don't have to take my word for it, but it's only because I want you guys to understand an artificial intelligence is a self-learning robot, okay? It will take questions and learn from those questions and know how to respond, not just one way, but multiple ways. And it learns every day versus a chatbot will only answer questions that are specific to those questions. So as long as you ask the right question, that chatbot will answer, right? If not, it'll just say, I don't want to. I mean, you guys probably been on websites. All of a sudden something pops up and says, can I help you? And gives you a bunch of whatever, just general ideas and stuff. The artificial intelligence here will give you all the information on your property that you have listed in Hello Alex. It will give you, what qualify them. They'll tell you if they're a buyer, a seller, and I'll see all that. I'm kind of excited for you guys because you can see all that kind of evolve. But with that said, do you have any questions? Because we got the front end that answers all the, incoming leads, and then we have the back end that follows up with all your contacts. Does that make sense? And everything is already automatic, and I'll show you all the scripts. Mm-hmm. Well, it's what I'll tell you. It's both. It will pick up those numbers if you're selling real estate in the U.S., right? And have communications. Now, it's interesting you said that because, yeah, Lisa, you're going to make my job easy. Because at the beginning of next year, we're already testing it now. We're going to have Hello Alex in 7 different languages. So that's going to be kind of cool. Okay. But for now, we can't say, okay, there, right? It's kind of left Pandora's box open a little bit. But for right now, it'll take on anybody that is acquiring any kind of the properties that you have, whether it's coming from a different state or whatever. So absolutely. But if you were like in Canada, let's say, and you're selling Canadian real estate, no. Even though we are in there and applying for the Canada because they have their what they call TCPA laws, which are like texting and posting and those laws where you can't what am I using call what do you call those guys that call you at night all the time? Telemarketers. You know, those telemarketing guys, so they got to make sure that all our systems are compliant on there. So anyway, just to let you know, that's coming too. And we'll be in the different countries here soon. But right now, as long as it's US, we can take that on, yes. Partial lead. And I'm glad you asked that. Again, Lisa's making my job easier. So whether it's an email, a text, whether someone sends in, or even like even off your yard sign, you call from yard sign, we'll have Hello Alex will connect and communicate with that lead. And it'll start asking pertinent information so that way you can go ahead and get the additional information. Like for instance, let's say someone just comes in and texts. Well, what's really cool, and I'll show you here soon, is that Hello Alex software and technology, because it's set up, it's permission marketing. So when someone comes across and starts communicating, or when your lead connects with Hello Alex and starts communicating, they're saying that lead's saying, hey, I'm willing to give up my information so I can see what you have to offer. Well, when that happens, it's totally legal and it's totally compliant that will be done. It'll go out, the bot will go out and start extrapolating that lead's information through their cell phone carrier. It's kind of scary and cool for us, scary for them, right? All the personal information from that lead. I know. So be careful what you do you do online, but it doesn't even stop there. They'll look over that person's profile and start looking at their social profile and start extrapolating information. And it'll build the profile. And I'll show you here how it does it. It shows and builds that profile for you automatically. Yeah, you guys want to just sign up right now? Lisa's like, darn, man, that's kind of good. Oh, okay. Okay. It's almost every hour, every day. We have guys work on it every single minute of the day because there's something that'll come in and we probably got that's why Inman, when they looked at us, they looked at every facet, almost felt like a tax audit. They're like, well, how's this do this? And how's that do that? And they did a big write-up on us. And what's interesting is they thought, my God, this thing learns every second of the day. I'm like, yeah, that's the difference between a chatbot and artificial intelligence. So shoot, Lisa, make my job not only easier, we should just hire her. You should be right here, Lisa. You should be right here just telling people about it. So, well, we've been working with and doing this for companies for over a decade. We started about 6 years ago and we launched basically January of this year at the Inman conference. And then after about 4 or 5 months, that's when Inman wanted to look at what we had because it was kind of interesting in New York when we actually launched in California, but our big launch was in our official announcement was in Inman when that organization out in New York City. And it was interesting. Everybody when once they saw what the chatbot was doing in real time, you should have seen our booth. I mean, you ever go to these trade shows and there's only a few of them. They're like, oh yeah, it's kind of cool. And you got people huddled around. People are huddled around just because they want to text something back and forth, see how it would respond. And I was looking on everybody's screens, and every time they got a same response, a response similar but different, but meaning the same, you know? So it was really kind of cool because I know the realtors out there, they had, you know, it's kind of like when you first, you know, you guys are young, you're trying to go up there, you're making your money, and you make your money, you know, you work so hard to make your money. And then the second half of your life, you're trying to keep it. Well, this is why this was built. So you can have a life. So you didn't have to go, oh my God, and I'll go into this here. Oh my God, I got a lead, came in at 3 in the morning and I missed it. Now someone in the office is going to get it. You know, you don't have to worry about that stuff anymore. You don't have to worry about, hey, I'm at a closing, all of a sudden a lead comes in and you missed it. Hello, Alex will pick up that lead for you and communicate, build that profile automatically. Then you can look at it whenever it's time for you to look at it and follow up. So are you guys an agent or are you guys brokers? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but I'll let you know. We have what is called like an agency model or enterprise model, and then we have the individual model. So if you guys were just independent agents that wanted Alex independently and want it for yourselves, fine. But the enterprise account, what's really cool about that is if you're the agent broker and you have some kind of a team membership or whatever, the agency or enterprise account, what's really cool about that is you have complete control of all the other sub accounts, all the way even up to your intellectual property. So let's say you have a team, one guy says, I want to leave. He leaves, but he can't take all your information that you give him, right? If you wanted to separately send out like marketing dollars to people that are just started versus the ones that you can do that, right? You got full control of how you want to allocate Hello Alex to your team members down below. So absolutely, yes. Yeah, yeah. Well, if you want to get, I know we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but I'll address that. So no, no, that's all right. I'll tell you, but what's kind of nice about that is 299 a month, but it'll include everything that I'll show you here in a few. But what's really cool about the agency model or enterprise model is that it's $1,000 a month, but it includes 7 licenses. And anything after that, now listen carefully because I found out this from the brokers what they're doing. So it includes 7 Hello Alex licenses, so you can give it to 7 realtors on your team, right? Anything past that is only $100 to add on, right? So here's what brokers have been doing. So you already know it's $299 a month, but you didn't know about the enterprise. Enterprise accounts, $1,000, right? Covers 7 people. What brokers are doing is then instead of just paying the $100 like we charge, they charge their agents $200 for anything over that. And what it does is basically after a while, it just pays for itself. And it's not like a money maker for them, but the broker at least gets, you know, kind of mitigate all the costs. And pretty soon it's a wash. Of course, they even start making money. And then they give it back to the realtors by marketing dollars or whatever. Does that make sense? Okay. So yeah, that's why I was going to ask just a few questions on here. So how are you guys generating your leads now? Okay. And if you see my head going down, I'm using a pen here to write things down. So you don't think I fell asleep on you. Okay. So Facebook for leads. Okay. Do you guys do any like Zillow or Realtor.com or? I gotcha. Okay. And anything like from Google? You guys do like Google AdWords or anything like that? Okay, well, we'll just put it down there. Just use Google every once in a while there. And how many leads are you guys dealing with like on a per day or per week? Right. Wow, that's quite a span. 20 to 100 leads a week? Oh, I got you. Now, when you're doing those rentals, are you doing it mostly because of people that might be changing jobs or something, or just in general? Okay, okay. Dual tool. So when you guys get a lead, how do you guys handle it now? Okay. And then you have a drip campaign, like what, an email or something like that? Okay. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So y'all, mostly everything is handled personally, in other words. Right. And then what are you guys spending on, like, on leads to generate those leads now? About 300 a month? Okay. Okay. I gotcha. I gotcha. Okay. Well, let me do this for you. Let me go ahead and show you, because I think what you just said on something that was kind of cool, because you're saying you guys do have a website. And I want you guys to know that even though Hello Alex is a multi-channel, what they call it, omni-channel or multi-channel, that means they could handle, Hello Alex will handle multiple leads coming in and have multiple conversations or communications at the same time, right? So it's like I tell some of the brokers that have, like, an ISA, an independent sales agent. I said, well, it's hard to beat my agent. Of course, a lot of times she's right there or he's right there next to him. And he's like, well, this person I have, my admin assistant does pretty well on the phone and does follow-ups. But I said, yeah, but what's that? Can you hear me? Oh, oh yeah. Yeah, what I'll do is I'm going to share here. I was just telling you a little story here. It was kind of funny as some of these brokers say, well, I got a really good admin assistant. But I said, yeah, but are they willing to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 41 cents an hour? They're like, and they usually look at the other person like, she goes, no. So I'm going to show you. Let's go here first. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know when you see my screen. Okay. All right. So right here, let's say this is kind of a typical website, maybe some, agent will have, what have you. And let me get rid of this thing here. So you can just see it's a typical website, but what I want to let you know is you can put Hello Alex not only is a multi-channel, it's also multi-device. So you can put Hello Alex, you see this little orange circle on the bottom right-hand corner? You see that? Okay. So I'll pop that up, because what will happen is someone lands on your website, what have you. This is something that would actually pop up and have that conversation. It's just an example. But just to let you know, if you want Hello Alex on your smartphone, your website, your iPad, your tablet, no matter where you go, no matter where Joseph or Lisa go on a call or whatever, you can see communications in real time and you can respond to them in real time, or you don't have to. And I'll show you that. But just to give you an idea what this is about, so we can see the communications in the back room. But let's say this is, a website that you have. It's a typical website that a lot of real estate agents have, showcasing their properties, that sort of thing. Someone will get on your website and they'll say, hey, I'm here to help you if you need it. When you're ready, please select from the following. this person might say, hey, I want some information about a property, or I want to buy or sell or rent. So say they click that. Then it just goes down a series of questions. So you kind of understand, what will you like to be buy? Let's say, well, that's exciting. What is that you're driving to buy a home today? Well, I changed work. Let's say it changed work, right? So are you looking to, change, what's your timeline to buy? Do you want to do it in 30 days, 60 days? We click 60 days. And when are you looking? At the same time, it's extrapolating all the other information from that person that we're talking about. So we can go through here, but see, yeah, once they interact with this, they're giving you permission. It's on your website. It's called permission marketing, and we're totally compliant in that situation because now they're interacting with our or with your. You don't need it when you have this already because it's already something that they've gone on your property. Yeah. But see this where it says type in message right there? They can actually type in their own message too, but this is for just simplicity. If they want to, if that lead want to just go ahead and answer just the more like general questions. So, okay, let's say we go through the whole scenario here. And now let's say Lisa and Joseph now are out of their meeting, but they want to check out Hello Alex. So here's where you were asking the question. This is the place where all your communications are transcribed. So at any time you want to go back and see what your conversations were that minute, that hour, that day, you could do it all right here. So here's where our conversation was right here. So we pick that, we wait for it a minute to populate, and you can see how it was transcribed right here, okay? But what I want to show you here, because everything that you have, see all these conversations on the left? These are all your conversations that you had that minute, that day, what have you. You can actually pull them up at any time and you can see, organize it, say how many people were interested in buying, how many people were interested in selling and renting, right? But what I want to show you is, see this little green button right here? See where it says claim, it says claim conversation? Let's say, Joseph, that you and Lisa are out and all of a sudden you see a communication or you see a lead coming in, communicating with Hello Alex, but you want to take it over. You don't want to wait. You don't have to wait now. This is what really distinguishes us from everybody out there. You don't have to wait for the artificial intelligence to be done with that lead before you can just contact them. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, you can do it on your tablet. You can do it even on your own website. You claim it. You say, hey, I want to claim it. And then all of a sudden, now you're speaking and communicating with that lead. Does that make sense? Okay. And if you don't want to have that, then you can just claim it and then go right back. See, you just write something, respond down here. So it's kind of cool. It gives you full, just gives you flexibility. And what's nice about that is I've heard from agent after agent say, what's really nice is that, what, I just say, hey, thanks, Alex, for helping me with Mr. Lead here. I'm going to take it over from now here and we'll go from there. And then you just start communicating with your lead. And agents love it. They love it because it gives them full control. And then what's nice is you can see this in real time. So it also filters out all your leads of people that you're unqualified versus the qualified leads, right? So you have that option. So what I want to show you here, so you understand that these are all the leads that are coming in. This is the first part of Alex that will have those communications 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? You guys understand? Yeah, a lot of times it'll be during the chat, but what's interesting and like I said, scary at the same time is when they come on over, the chatbot or the software will see and see where that cell phone number is coming from and start extrapolating that info and I've seen it time and time again. They'll say, well, hello, Lisa. What kind of properties are you looking for? And they're like, wow, how's that person didn't even know that, right? So you'll see that transpires. So that answer your question, yes, they can do that. Or a lot of times it'll ask, hey, what's your name? And they'll say, my name is Alex, and I am the admin assistant to Joseph or Lisa or whatever you want to put in there. So it does say your name. So just to give you an example, let me show. Well, here's two things just to help you with that. It'll ask for the name. Like for instance, when it starts out, it says, "Hello, my name is Alex, and I'm the assistant to Hello Alex." Right there, right here would be your name. I'm the assistant to, and that point would be your name, right? So if if anything goes wrong or something doesn't go right with the Hello Alex, we have a call center on staff that monitors every single conversation. So the human factor is not out of the question. They will take over that conversation and ask for that name. Let's say it somehow it was some anomaly that it couldn't handle. It will answer that name. If not, that chatbot will go out. That software, our technology will go out there and seek that name from that client. And if they say, no, that's not my name, they'll say, hey, what's your name? And so they'll just say it. If not, then the human interaction will come in from our staff and take over the conversation for you, just in case it does trip it up. This technology will even make your appointments for you and sync it with Calendly or Google, your Google Calendar, what have you. Okay. Okay. So let's go in the builder. So here's the follow-up. I like it. A lot of people love to see this. A lot of all these, if you have a campaign, I don't know if you guys already have pre-made campaigns already, but you can load it in the system and we can just use that campaign. But if you don't have a campaign, we already have them done for you. So for instance, let's say a buyer's campaign. We already have it all set up even from the day you connects with Hello Alex, and we have it organized to the day one till day two till the 3, 6, 12, 18 months, whatever you want it to do, it's already set up for you. And just to give you an example of, let's say on day 3, see this little pin? It's the edit pin. Just to show you that these emails are already made for you or created, here's an example of like the third day what automatically this email would go out for you for your lead without you even doing anything. All you have to do is the one time, and at the end I'm going to give you something really cool to think about. It's basically, everybody loves me at the end, but I'll tell you that then at the end here. But you basically put in your information on how to get a hold of you. But as you can see, you can read through this once it's all done and you like what it says, or you can add to it. You can edit anything you want. Once it's done, once you set it up, it's set up and done. You don't have to worry about it. What's that? Yes, currently in English, but Spanish, Vietnamese, Mandarin, couple of, 7 other languages are coming in here real soon. But I'm glad you asked that. But yeah, right now it's just English. Okay. But here, let me show you. Are you guys familiar with floating holidays? Ooh, you get a gold star. I was going to tell you that what we have done is also set up these floating holidays, and we call them campaigns, but it's whatever channel or whatever system you want to use to be in front of your, let's say, lead or contact. We build these campaigns, and the reason why we build them is because these floating holidays, whether you guys move forward with us or not, I'll tell you one thing. These floating holidays, the like sequential holidays like Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, when you get like for instance, Batman Day, This guy wanted us to put Batman Day. That's a campaign. So every time Batman Day comes up, his 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 contacts get, hey, happy Batman Day. I just want to be your superhero of real estate. I mean, whatever it is, he sends it out. It puts a smile on people's faces. And what it is a lot of the realtors now are using this basically bi-weekly because there's always something that came. I think a couple of weeks ago was National Waffle Day. Well, one was that worked really well was National Taco Tuesday. And what we included was a recipe, and one of several things happened. One, all their contacts that got it, a lot of them would respond back and say, hey, thanks for wishing me a National Taco Tuesday. Thanks for the recipe. We're going to use it, or they already used it and they said, thank you. It worked out great. I know we talked about properties in the past. Hey, let's get together, whatever. It just makes sure that you keep in contact without you feeling like you're hounding and pounding them. Does that make sense? Yeah, I mean, we have the Cinco de Mayo all the way down to, actually, we had one guy that we were putting in there, had National Talk Like a Pirate Day. But I was like, really, guy? Okay, so we're going to put that in there real quick too. But as you can see, we have a lot of these rolling holidays for you. And once you pick out a few, if you want to send it by a postcard, ringless voicemail, if you want to send it by an email or a text, once you set it up, it's one and done. You don't have to worry about it anymore. And at the end, I'll tell you something that's even better. Let me show you, let's say, well, here, let's do like a simple birthday campaign. Let me show you what a birthday campaign, because that's a little easier to see and relate to. So here's like a typical birthday campaign. So let's say you want to send them a happy birthday letter, a card, or a postcard. You can send it 6 days before their birthday, so they'll get it, and you can just choose which way you want to do. You want to do postcard, letter, what have you. But see where it says same day? So here's what a lot of agents are doing. They're sending like a happy birthday just 6 days before, but on their birthday, they'll send like a ringless voicemail. And if you don't know what that is, I'll go into it. But they'll send a ringless voicemail or a text or an email, and it's automatically sent out. So if you want to do it that way, you can. And it's already, basically set up to do whatever you want. Once you set it up, you just forget it, and they get a happy birthday. Some get really creative. Are you guys familiar with ringless voicemail? Okay. So what a lot of them are doing, they're sending that birthday card or that postcard, right? And then on that day, they send them a ringless voicemail saying, Mr. Lee, I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. That's it. And we even have, I'll show you here, we even have the scripts even for that. So if you want to look here, I'll go to the voicemail. So this is ringless voicemail. Are you guys familiar with slide dial? Okay. So this way, this is just like slide dial, except you don't have to do a setup fee. You don't have to pay for a monthly fee, whether you use it or not. When you use it, you use it. When you don't, you don't. But over here on the right, we have all the scripts all the way down to even what I was telling you. If you want to do just a simple generic birthday message, it's already there. You just set it, forget it. You can have someone else on your staff if you want to use their voice. There's so many creative ways that a lot of people are using this now. If you want to do a past buyer anniversary, you want to say property sold, thank you. The script's already there, but you get the idea. But basically, you record your voice, you put in the notes, you tag it, you save it, and it'll go out every time you want it to go out, whether it's a birthday or whatever. Does that make sense? Okay, so let me show you like the postcards. So let's say you want to send a postcard. I think let's just go into holiday. Yeah, sure. Yeah, which is kind of funny. It's unlimited. I'm glad you asked that because even on the pricing that I'm going to show you, and that's an important question because when I was at these trade shows, a lot of people ask me that same question. Hey, is this unlimited? I mean, does it cost more for a certain amount of text or a certain amount of communications or a certain amount of leads that come through? No, it's unlimited. And that's important because, yeah, a lot of people, I think we're the only ones that can do that. Rest of them, they use call centers, so they all have to charge more if the conversations are longer, or if you get more leads as you grow, they'll charge you more. We don't. Okay. So let's go into holiday greetings. Let's say Independence Day. I think that's the last big holiday. And if you go down, scroll down, see right here, these are all just the 4th of July postcards. But let's say, Joseph or Lisa, that if you had one that you liked, you can upload it and use it just like you are here. But if you don't, you take it, they're fully editable, so you can edit anything you want, save it, and every 4th of July, all your contacts would get this postcard or this postcard, whatever one you choose, okay? Let's see, for even lead generation, we have demographic type postcards from all the way from African American, Caucasian, Hispanic, Muslims, what have you. We have one for every demographic that would just help you every step of the way to get that edge, not just some generic postcard. So does that make sense? Okay, so let me go into, let's see here. Let's go in the letters. So let's say, do you guys do any like formal letters or anything like that? Okay. Okay, well, just if you were doing formal letters, I just want to show you two. This is just an example, but I'll show you some other examples. They're already pre-written for you. You can pick out whatever style you want, and you can fully edit it whatever you want to. How about probate? Do you guys do probate? Any probate letters? Okay. Well, I was going to say, what I want to say, stress to you guys, whatever you guys get into, like probate letters, you want to be more personable. So if you want to do probate, you want to have this kind of writing. You want to have it look like it's on yellow paper. All the same fonts, you want doodles on there to make it look more personable. You can, but it's all pre-written. You can edit anything you want and go from there. Okay. So whether you want probate letters, realtor letters, self-mailing letters, and even the envelopes would be handwritten like this, so it looks more personalized. Okay. Let's go. Do you guys do any, since you're in Florida, do you guys do any kind of newsletters? Yes, you do a direct mail campaign, whether you want letters, if you want postcards, or what have you, or even your newsletters. But here's what's really cool about the newsletters. Do you guys do any newsletters, or probably want to? Because a lot of people that say, yeah, Scott, I want to do newsletters. I should do newsletters, even though I should. I just don't. I'm not an editor. I'm not a writer. Blah blah blah. Well, here's what's kind of cool. If you want a 2-page or if you want a 4-page newsletter with a sidekick, it's all right here for you. For instance, and that's why I was asking you, because you're in Florida, that there's a lot of resort areas, and a lot of people want to know the areas, what's going on. So here's what's really cool what we do. So if you want any type of style, you just pick which one you want. Let's say you want to do it bi-monthly, or if you want to do it bi-weekly, right? The reason why this is cool is that you can pick whatever you want there. What I do is I set you up with your concierge customer service rep, no extra charge or anything. You have a conversation. She records that conversation with it, and she writes it for you. This is a service that we actually do for people, so you can have this for yourself and get your name out there. And what's really funny about this is, if you ever notice this, you do a newsletter, people love, I don't know why, it's just happens, Sudoku puzzles or crossword puzzles, what have you. They keep it, these leads or these potential contacts you send these to, they keep them because they like doing the crossword puzzle and stuff like that, because also you have all the different events that are going on. But just have a conversation, we do it for you. Do you guys have any old leads? Yeah. How many old leads do you have? About 500. So what we also do, just to let you know, and it's no additional cost or anything, we do this as a service. The concierge customer service rep that I connect you with, they will upload those old leads for you and put them in the system and start setting up those campaigns. So remember I told you there was something at the end I wanted to tell you that was really kind of important. It'll relieve all your stress. Well, guess what? I know that you guys are thinking, well, this is kind of cool. I like the way that it follows up everything, takes all this, but how am I going to set it all up? Is that what you guys are thinking? What's that? Hmm. Well, they'll do both, but if you what usually works is that you know what's going around the area more than even the liaison, even though they can probably look it up, but they will help you on that. But you just share with them, send them whatever images you want for homes that you want to display or showcase, and then just tell them what's going on, and they'll record it and write it up to you for you, send it to you for any edits or what have you, and do that for you every single time. And it's not for 3 months or 3 weeks; it's for the life of your account. Okay. So then I know a lot of people like, they get kind of overwhelmed because like it's kind of like drinking from a fire hose or what have you. So what we've done, no extra cost or anything, when we set you up with the concierge customer service rep, they do it all for you. So they'll show you in real time if you want to. They'll set up your account. They'll set up all your campaigns that you want. And I always say this to you. I always encourage all my clients to go on there. Ask your concierge customer service rep what's working for other agents. They will tell you, and then you can pick and choose if you want to include that campaign in your marketing. So what's really, and that's not, again, that's not for just a week or 30 days or whatever. It's for the life of your account. So it's, what's that? Well, yes and no. I think they'll take on whatever region, but yeah, like for instance, when I set you up there, they're really familiar with Florida. People I was going to set up, let's say, you're saying in California. Yeah, I would have a tendency to give that person the one that's more California-ish, you know? So yeah, answer your question, yes. But, and the reason how they do that is when we set up your account, see this little red circle with a question mark here on the far right? See, if you want to set up your account, if you're one of those guys, or one of these people that feel like you want to do it yourself, we have the videos here, right? So you can go getting started, watch the videos and stuff. But what I like to do is you hit this little schedule button right here, and then right where it says onboarding call number one, new clients, all I do is I click on that, and we find a time that works for you. And the day before you're supposed to meet with your concierge customer service rep, she contacts you, introduce yourself, and then you meet on that time and that date, whether it's tomorrow or whatever, and they set up your whole account right then and there. So they'll do it all. So here, let me go, even though you guys kind of know about the pricing, let me show you so that way you don't feel like, yes. Well, no, yeah. So what you were on the website chat bot, right? Yeah, they would have that, but it's probably buried there because we get so many of them. When I do this, I show you kind of like the more important one was the one that we were showcasing that would be like your own landing page or website. But if you want to look that up, there it'd be very pretty deep because a lot of people get on our website, hundreds and thousands a day to go and they play with it. So we could do that. But for this purpose, I usually just use our internal one here so you guys can see it, what it would be like, just like if you had a lead come through. Okay. Right. Uh, okay, what was your question again? Now, if I hear you right, so let's say you have an open house scheduled and you want to let your contacts know. Mhm. Yeah, what we can do is set if you want to send well if you want to send like let's say a campaign out text wise or whatever about a showing, if they went there, yeah, you can send that out, tell them all about the times and stuff, and you can definitely talk with your concierge customer service rep on how you would like to set that up, and it's no additional cost. Yeah. Yeah, if you we that's why I always encourage people, anybody who has an open API, or if they have a Zapier, which most of them all have Zapier integration, yes, it'll connect with, and what'll happen is your concierge customer service rep will do that for you also. Yeah. So here's, yeah, and you know what? We're waiving the startup fee. We're going to have no start. So what I'd like to do is just, I tell you that's why I was showing you here the 299, unlimited conversations, unlimited leads. So you know I'm a good guy of my word. We already went through that. And here shows you all the marketing enhancements. So just to reiterate, I'll show you something that's also really cool. So we have all this technology, and what we've done is all the realtors wanted one place to go. So they didn't have to go to a different website, different username and password, put in a credit card. They want everything virtually right in one place. And so this is what I did, and this is what I've shown you from on-demand postcards, ringless voicemails, et cetera, right? So, but let's say you send a postcard, then it'll cost, let's say it costs 36 cents or 60 cents to send a big postcard. Well, you don't always have to whip out your credit card to do that. So what we've designed is a banking system for you. So it's your own bank account. And what's really cool about that is that you use your credit card, you load up whatever you want in your bank account. Let's say it's $300 because your budget was 300 to 500, right? Say you put $500 in there. So why Joseph and Lisa are doing their thing, and you already have your campaign set up, and let's say 4 or 5 postcards are going to go out that day. Well, it just deducts like a debit account from your Hello Alex account, and you don't have to, and it sends you a balance of what you have left. Does that make sense? That's how we've answered that scenario. So you can use it when you want to, or not use it. It's up to you. So this part here are separate. Now the technology, yeah, there's no setup fee, there's no monthly cost, there's nothing. If you don't use it, you don't pay anything on that. The only time you use it is if you send a postcard, and we do it all for you. So, and just to put your mind at ease, what we do is we do such huge volumes, you don't have to even um, you don't even have to commit to any minimums or maximums far as postcards. We do it all. We do such large volume. We just pass. We don't make any money on that. We just pass the savings on to you. So that way, if you're sending out, 1 or 2 postcards, you don't have to go to a printer and say, yeah, well, if you want that bulk rate, you got to commit to 1,000 postcards. We don't do that here. Okay. Whether you're, yeah, but so what? I'm glad you asked that. So this right here that you're talking about. So you would only pay for whatever you're paying for Facebook for the ads. What's nice here is you connect through our system to manage your ads and everything, so it's all right there. So you don't have to go out of the system, go into this place and that Facebook and username and password. Whatever you're doing with Facebook, you continue to do. We just connect it to this, so it just makes a neat, quick funnel for you. Yeah. Now, if you want us to, there's not too many people who do this, but if you want us to manage it, we do have a management team that will manage your ads, but a lot of people, they already, it's pretty easy. They do it themselves. So they just use our technology to connect, but that's about it. So, basically that's LO Alex in a nutshell. I mean, were you guys thinking about getting started today and just have me connect with your make an appointment with your concierge customer service rep, or what are you guys thinking? Okay. Like the different colors and stuff. It's funny you say that. Yeah, we've had yeah, yeah, it's funny you say that because we've gotten a couple of requests and we're working on that right now. So we probably would have it by the time you guys would be um, ready to go. But right now it's the orange, or like kind of like a pumpkin color, which next month is perfect, or this month it's perfect. Yeah, I've heard of that. Well, yes, it'll work with that. Yeah, well, yeah, I remember that name. It's and it's with a real Atina, right? Yeah, right, right. Um, I'm just writing it down here for you too, because uh, I, the reason why I do, the reason why I write that down is a lot of times, like one guy, what was it? One company it was weird is that they connected with us, and then they changed their API, and then all of a sudden someone said, "Oh, it's not connecting." Well, we just need to know what their new API was. So when I say yes, but I always check to make sure. But like I said, yes, it will connect. And especially if you ask, do this anytime you guys are looking at CRM systems, just ask if they're Zapier, friendly or have an open API, and you'll be fine. Does that make sense? Yeah. And then anything else? Yeah. And what I'll do too is I'll send you right after we're done. I got one more. I got to go on another call right now, but what I'll do is I'll send you my contact info, and then I'll send you like one of those summary follow-up demo recordings so you can kind of look at it. And that way, if you want to show anybody in your office or, William, you can do that. Cool. No problem. And then if you have any other question, give me a call. Thanks, guys. Take care.